Check it out. Check it out.
We gonna
Man, check it out.
So we're at the midpoint of the season, so I thought it'd be a good idea to go over my predictions on who I think is going to win what NBA awards and what teams I think are going to be sleepers to win it all based off of the first half of the season. So without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. So for starters, we got the sixth man of the year, which I believe is going to be Malik Monk. I don't see no one else in the league who has better numbers off the bench than he does, as well as the impact as he has on his respective team. He's averaging 15.1 points to go along with 5.3 assists and 2.2 threes a game. And without his contributions, honestly, Sacramento probably wouldn't even be in the playoff picture. Just about time that I believe that he gets like the flowers, the recognition. This man could be a bona fide starter if he really wanted to, but the fact that he embraces the off-the-row bench, I really wish that a lot more NBA players of today carried on that same mindset. Moving right along though, let's talk most improved player. This isn't even up for debate. Hands down has to go to Coby White. And this just serves as a reminder to all coaches to stop leaving your guys on the end of the bench to waste away and actually use some of these guys, because you never know which one of them is going to turn out to be a game changer for the franchise. And that's exactly what Coby White has been for the Bulls as of late. He's averaging 19.6 points to go with 5.3 assists and 4.7 rebounds, and also 2.9 threes a game. Just career highs all across the board, as you can see in comparison to his numbers of last year. And I urge someone to find me a player who is showing me better improvement. And while y'all look for that, we can go straight into Rookie of the Year. Of course, you guys know I'm going to go with Wembanyama. Don't get me wrong, Chet Holmgren is fantastic, and what he has helped that Thunder organization become is truly amazing and remarkable. But as incredible as a player as he is, and I do believe he's going to have an incredible career, Wembanyama is just the obvious choice. He's just got it all. He's got the skills, the versatility, the drive, the numbers. He passes all the eye tests. He checks all the boxes. He is by far the Rookie of the Year. I don't even know why the NBA was even entertaining giving it to Holmgren. The only way Holmgren would have got the Rookie of the Year in my eyes is if Wemby, God forbid, went down with an injury. This guy Wembanyama is the clear Rookie of the Year. Bars. Oh, and speaking of Wemby, we got to get straight into the Defensive Player of the Year. Now, this may sound like a hot take. I already know. But my pick is going to be Wembanyama. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. If you're going to crown Rudy Gobert the Defensive Player of the Year based off of the numbers that he had back in 2018, then you have to crown Wembanyama for eclipsing those numbers in only half the season while also having his minutes restricted. Now, I thought maybe you could possibly make an argument for Anthony Davis. I went ahead and I started doing the research, but as it turns out, this guy still surpassed even his numbers in less time, and he's played less games. I urge you to find me somebody else who you really feel is a better Defensive Player of the Year than he is. The last time that somebody won Defensive Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year was, I believe, all the way back in never. Like never. It's never been done. He has the chance to actually make history right now, and I believe he's going to do it. Wembanyama is my clear choice for Defensive Player of the Year. Now we're going to get into the Coach of the Year, which I believe just comes down to two coaches. Honestly, my pick is just going to be Minnesota's Chris Finch. They haven't really had any sort of playoff consistency in some time, and now with Anthony Edwards at the helm, you still got Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert. This team is actually entering the first All-Star break in some time with the first overall record in the Western Conference. And speaking of Minnesota and OKC, now we gotta talk about the MVP. And I don't know how, truly, I don't know how Shai Gilgeous has gone unnoticed. I don't know how Anthony Edwards has gone unnoticed. I don't know how Jalen Brunson has gone unnoticed. I don't know how Jason Tatum has gone unnoticed. Like, don't get me wrong. When you speak about people like Joel Embiid, who was dominating every team that he was facing before he went down with his untimely injury, the reason why I'm not going to give it to Nikola Jokic this season is because Denver has slipped this season. They just haven't been the same as they've been last season. I'm not entirely sure as to what the reason behind that is, but regardless, we just have to go off of what is. And what is happening is that I just don't believe that Nikola Jokic is deserving of this year's MVP. And if I had to choose one, honestly, it was really hard. It was really difficult to come away with this one. But I'm going to go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What he has done for that Thunder organization cannot and will not continue to go unnoticed. He should be undeniably crowned the MVP of this season. The numbers that he's put up, the way he is transformed, and again, he has them second seed in the West. When was the last time we seen the Oklahoma City team in the top 3 or top 5 in the West? I thought about Anthony Edwards. His numbers are just better than Anthony Edwards. And it really just comes down to that. Now, you could say and make the argument that he plays with more talented people. And that is true to some degree. But that all the more reason should show you just how much more valuable Shai is to his team. Without him, they're right back to being a lottery team easily. You know, even without Anthony Edwards, you know, they still have a bona fide star in Karl Anthony Towns. And I'm just not sure if you can say that for anybody on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, even Jason Tatum, like, even if you take him off of Boston, they still have a collection of good, talented players to keep him afloat, which is why I don't necessarily consider him my MVP either, despite his phenomenal season. Again, because of Shai's impact, his numbers, what he's done, I gotta give it to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is definitely going to be my pick for MVP. Now I'm just gonna get into the dark teams. So my dark teams for the West, I'm gonna have to go with the Pelicans. I think people just forget that a healthy Zion is problematic for every team in the league, and nobody has found an answer for him. And I think people just have slept on the Pelicans. They haven't made much noise. You know, they've been dealing with injuries here and there. But a healthy Pelicans can give any team in the league a problem. You know what I'm saying? And if and when this team is healthy, they're poised to make a deep playoff run. As for the East, of course, y'all know I'm gonna take Miami on this all day long. This team time and time again goes against the odds and always manages to somehow surprise folks and upset the best of them. They certainly, you know, got the best of me when I thought that this team was headed to a first round exit quickly. I thought we were about to get swept by Milwaukee, and they somehow ended up in the finals. That told me everything I needed to know to no longer doubt what we have in Miami. They've made minor improvements since last year, and now with Bam and Hero taking leaps with their offensive game and still having Jimmy MJ Butler on the team, they can still beat anybody so long as they're healthy and the offense is clicking. Certainly got their work cut out for them with the likes of Boston and Milwaukee. But if there's one thing Miami has done, it's show resilience, which I can't say for any of the team for the East. I really wish that Pat Riley would go out and get a big, because that is literally the one thing that they need. They need size on the interior. They lost their last 2 final matchups because of it. If he was to go and do that, I would like Miami's chances a whole lot better. These are my picks for the NBA awards. These are my dark horse teams for the East and West. Y'all let me know what y'all think of these picks, man, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Peace.